As luck would have it, we were able to avoid default after my marathon discussion with Managing Director IMF. I was then the Prime Minister of PDM government. Fast forward, we were again here in Islamabad, and I took oath on 4th of March last year. At that point, our economy was in a bad shape. We were all observing galloping inflation, touching 38%. Our policy rate was about 22.5%. And our business atmosphere was at best very skeptical. FDIs were remote, and foreign remittances were at best average in comparison to the previous years. And we took upon ourselves this onerous responsibility, huge burden, that we will march in unison, work with sincerity of purpose, seriously, and then leave things to Allah Almighty. Fast forward, as luck would have it, our teamwork, joint efforts paid dividends, and as we are sitting in this hall, our policy rate has come down from 22.5% to 11%. So there is a great space that policy rate will come down, which will result in what? People will withdraw their deposits, sums of monies from the banks, and invest in areas where they will get higher returns than what they are getting from the banks at this point in time. Udaan Pakistan program has taken off, and it took months to finalize this program, and I think I personally chaired a number of meetings with experts, politicians, bureaucrats, and finally we were able to conceive this Udaan Pakistan, under whose umbrella we're all sitting here. You as very enterprising young interns, I as a servant of the people of Pakistan, and of course ministers and bureaucrats and experts. We set out on a roadmap which was very challenging, and it is still very challenging. Reforms, long overdue reforms, structural changes which had not taken place for decades, or business as usual. That is not with me, and that is not with Nawaz Sharif. Pakistan had to undertake these long overdue, deep structural changes if we had to find our lost place in the community of nations through hard and untiring efforts. So, I'll give you a couple of examples. Federal Board of Revenue is the agency which is like our tax collector. Import duties, income tax, land revenues, etc. all tax revenues are collected by Federal Board of Revenue. 16 months down the line, I have chaired these reform package every week, literally every week. Sat down with FBR chairman, officials, and to start with, we threw out the most corrupt lot in FBR. And you know, in this country, जब इस तरह की चेंज अभी होती भी नहीं है तो सिफारिशें पूरे मुल्क से आती हैं. So I knew that if I have to weed out undesirable element from FBR, I should be mentally prepared to face telephone calls, meetings, सिफारिश from left and right कि जी ये ना करें, ये इसको रहने दें, उसको कर दें फलां. So I was absolutely clear in my mind. We got their lowdowns, credible lowdown from agencies, and then took the CNs which were never taken before. Officers ranging from grade 22 to grade 20 were sent home without any delay, and knowing my little humble reputation from Punjab, बहुत कम सिफारिशें आई. They knew that I will not entertain these sifarishes from all over the country. Then there was all pep talk of digitization of FBR. It was all on papers. No actual step was taken in reality, except just first few steps, and that too through the support of World Bank and other agencies. Pakistan's own resources were hardly used, and this has been our pattern, our lifestyle throughout our history, because shrewd bureaucrats, they understand this business very well, and they know how to hoodwink reality and create fiction which they would accept whether they like it or not. That does not mean that there is any dearth of high quality, honest and hard-working bureaucrats. This country is full of them, but they are not given the chance and the opportunity. I brought the best people in FBR, starting from the chairman and to the higher tiers. I hired consultancy firm in this country, and as I speak, you would be very happy to know that digitalization today is the hallmark in FBR. Everything is being converted from papers to IT-led initiatives. And of course today, I can also say AI-led initiatives. Faceless interactions. These terminologies were unknown in FBR, and as a result, I can quote one or two examples. A sector in our industry which was contributing just 12 billions previous year will now be contributing through enforcement more than 50 billion rupees. This was the gap through collusion. Massive evasion. This is only one sector. You can multiply this by hundreds of other sectors. So this is what FBR was doing, and this is what FBR is now required to do. It's a long journey, thorny journey. We are facing bumps on the way and mountain-like impediments, very challenging tasks, but I can assure you, great daughters and sons of this country, that we will not shy away from discharging our responsibility in the service of the nation.